Tyler James Robinson.
Tyler Robinson's chilling court appearance after allegedly assassinating Charlie Kirk. On September 10, 2025, a single gunshot echoed across Utah Valley University's campus. Moments later, prominent right-wing activist Charlie Kirk lay mortally wounded. The shooter had vanished, and within hours, an entire nation would be gripped by fear, outrage, and disbelief. Just 6 days later, the man accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, appeared in court for the very first time, virtually, silent, wearing what appeared to be a suicide prevention vest. We take you inside that courtroom, inside the mind of the accused, and inside a murder case that's already being called one of the most politically explosive killings in modern American history. Please like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. The courtroom. Tuesday, September 16th. Robinson has declared himself indigent, so the state will provide him with a lawyer to represent him. Judge Tony Graff reads aloud the charges, 7 in total, against Tyler Robinson. Count 1. Aggravated murder. A capital offense for intentionally or knowingly causing the death of Charlie Kirk, under circumstances that created a substantial risk of death to others. Count 2. Felony discharge of a firearm causing serious bodily injury, a first-degree felony. The state also alleges aggravating factors in counts 1 and 2 because it is believed the defendant targeted Charlie Kirk based on Charlie Kirk's political expression, and did so knowing that children would be present and would witness the homicide. 2 counts of obstruction of justice. Count 3, obstruction of justice, a second-degree felony for moving and concealing the rifle used in the shooting. Count 4, third-degree obstruction of justice, a second-degree felony for disposing of the clothing he wore during the shooting. 2 counts of witness tampering. Count 5, witness tampering, a third-degree felony for ordering his roommate to delete his incriminating messages. Count 6, witness tampering, a third-degree felony, for ordering his roommate to remain silent if questioned by police. Count 7, commission of a violent crime in the presence of a child, a Class A misdemeanor for committing homicide, knowing that children would be present and could see and hear the murder, and doing so based on Charlie Kirk's political expression. Each charge more damning than the last. As Graff's voice echoes through the virtual courtroom, Robinson doesn't flinch. He only nods once, and when asked to state his name, he whispers, "Tyler Robinson." Prosecutor Jeff Gray wastes no time making his intentions clear. He will seek the death penalty. The motive? According to Gray, Robinson intentionally selected Charlie Kirk because of his belief or perception regarding Kirk's political expression. This was not random. This was targeted, and it was political. The stakes could not be higher. Authorities allege Kirk was fatally shot from the roof of a building about 200 yards away from where he was speaking at a September 10 rally at Utah Valley University in Orem. The widow's pain. In the gallery, watching from a remote feed, is Erica Kirk, Charlie's widow, his partner in life and politics. And now, the grieving target of death threats herself. Judge Graff signs a protective order on the spot. Robinson is forbidden from contacting her in any way. She doesn't speak during the hearing, but when her camera turns off, you can almost feel the weight of her silence, the weight of losing everything in an instant. The assassination. September 10th, Utah Valley University. Charlie Kirk was standing at a podium, addressing a crowd of more than 2,000 people. At 6:48 p.m., witnesses heard a faint crack, not loud, just sharp. Security video later revealed what police now believe happened. Robinson allegedly climbed to the roof of a nearby building, positioned himself about 200 yards from the stage, and fired a single shot directly at Kirk. Charlie Kirk, the 31-year-old Turning Point USA creator, was attending an event on his American comeback tour when he was fatally shot in the neck by a single shot. Panic erupted, screams, running, and by the time anyone understood what had happened, the shooter was gone. The suspect is believed to have fired from the rooftop of a building 200 yards from the scene. Surveillance footage was later released showing a figure dressed in black running across the rooftop, descending from the building and collapsing to the ground before quickly running into a wooded area off campus. A surveillance camera recording from that day shows Robinson walking with difficulty, presumably because he was carrying the weapon concealed in his pants, which prevented him from moving normally. After the shooting, authorities released photos of the suspect wearing a black t-shirt with a logo, a dark cap, and sunglasses. At a press conference Friday, September 12th morning, Cox said that an inscription found on the bullet casing fired at Kirk read, "Notices, bulges, owo, what's this?" Engravings on unspent casings, found with the .30-06 Mauser rifle discovered in the woods near the university, read, "Hey fascist, catch," followed by an up arrow, right arrow, and 3 down arrows. "I think that speaks for itself," Cox said when asked about motive, referencing the casing with the anti-fascist inscription. Another read, "Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao ciao," a possible reference to a World War II-era Italian anti-fascist folk song, "Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao ciao." Origin: Italian folk song, anti-fascist, and represents the class struggle, reflects the Italian resistance. They are communists. Another engraving read, "If you read this, you are gay LMAO," said Cox. The FBI released grainy surveillance images hours later, and someone recognized him. Tyler Robinson's mother identified him and told her husband, Tyler Robinson's father. They both agreed it was him. They called him and asked what he had done on September 10th, and he replied that he had been sick. Mr. Robinson, Tyler Robinson's father, asked him about his grandfather's rifle and asked him to bring it to him. "Can you get it? I need it." Kirk's body was brought to Arizona from Utah on Air Force Two, accompanied by Vice President J.D. Vance, and taken to Phoenix's Hanson Mortuary Chapel. The confession that someone was a family member they called Robinson, confronted him, and, according to Utah Governor Spencer Cox, Robinson confessed. He admitted it to a relative and agreed to surrender peacefully. Family members and a close friend convinced him to turn himself in. No resistance, no chase, just surrender. The note under the keyboard. But what investigators found next would stun even seasoned detectives. He messaged Twiggs to drop what you are doing, look under my keyboard, after shooting Kirk from a rooftop at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. Tyler Robinson confessed to murdering Charlie Kirk in a chilling text exchange with his trans lover hours after allegedly carrying out the assassination, and left him a hidden note confessing to the plot, prosecutors said. Less than 3 hours after the September 10 killing, the 22-year-old told his live-in partner, Lance Twiggs, that he had been planning the killing for a week, according to an indictment filed Tuesday. Robinson's roommate and romantic partner, who is transitioning from male to female, told police that shortly after the shooting, they received a text from Robinson. "Look under my keyboard." Beneath that keyboard was a folded note. A note that read, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." The roommate asked twice if he was serious. Robinson allegedly replied, "I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. And I'm sorry to involve you. I was going to keep this secret until I died. You are all I worry about, love." Investigators now believe Robinson had been planning the shooting for a bit over a week. In further messages, Robinson revealed that he had stashed the gun, a scoped .30-06 caliber hunting rifle belonging to his grandfather, in the bushes where he had frantically changed clothes. He had meant to double back and retrieve it, but the cops had the area locked down, he wrote. I am still okay, my love, but am stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you, Robinson allegedly wrote back. When Twiggs asked Robinson outright if he was the one who killed Kirk, Robinson texted, I'm sorry. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. How the will I explain losing it to my old man, he allegedly wrote. Twiggs has not been charged with a crime, and authorities said he is cooperating with the investigation. You are all I worry about, love, Robinson wrote to Twiggs before surrendering to law enforcement. What comes next? Robinson will return to court on September 29th at 10 a.m. Judge Graff announced that a public defender will be appointed to represent him. Until then, he will remain in custody, under suicide watch. The death penalty is officially on the table. President Trump was among many who have called for the assassin to receive the death penalty. Furthermore, Jeff Gray, Utah County District Attorney, has said he will seek the death penalty. He said it's a decision I make independently as county attorney, based solely on the available evidence and the circumstances and nature of the crime. Utah County prosecutors are preparing what could become one of the most closely watched death penalty trials of the decade. The political world is holding its breath. In addition, the FBI is reviewing records from certain accounts that show some awareness of Charlie Kirk's murder before it happened. Multiple identified accounts are being investigated. A Washington Free Beacon account is shown to have mentioned the murder a week before it happened. Another account on X wrote in August, September 10, 2025, will be a very interesting day. After the murder, they made a post quoting that post. They wrote, I'm taking the Fifth Amendment. An account on X that reposted the post has a handle similar to a TikTok account, which appears to follow the suspect's roommate, Tyler. Legacy of violence. Charlie Kirk's killing is already sparking fierce debate across the country. Was it politically motivated terrorism, a lone act of rage, or the first sign of something darker stirring beneath America's surface? One man is dead, another may soon face execution, and two families are left shattered in the aftermath. This is only the beginning of the Tyler Robinson case, and when the trial begins, the world will be watching.